They can't quarrel about the footage and tackle bill and the wilderness. They can't quarrel about the water projects that they're doing. They can't quarrel about the road that they are fixing. They can't quarrel about jobs they are creating. They can't quarrel. These are not things that you can contest. They're facts.
Hey everyone. Welcome back to Politics Watch JA. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss out on important discussions like this. And if you appreciate the content, don't forget to like, share with your family and friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from you. Today, we've got some critical topics to dive into. First up, we're talking about the Ninth Circuit Court's recent ruling, which has big implications for Jamaican immigrants in the United States of America. Birthright citizenship is safeguarded, offering some relief amid the ongoing immigration battles. But while this ruling is a win, it also shines a light on the long road ahead in the fight for immigrant rights. Next, we will unpack a recent statement from Prime Minister Andrew Holness, which has stirred some debate. The statement is a defense of the government's progress on infrastructure and public welfare projects, but it also takes aim at the opposition. Is the government truly moving forward with its agenda? Or is the rhetoric just a distraction from deeper issues? We will analyze the response and what it means for Jamaica's political landscape. And finally, we will turn our attention to Jamaica's water crisis. The National Water Commission, NWC, is grappling with rising nitrate contamination and a prolonged drought. What steps are they taking? And what does this mean for the future of Jamaica's water resources? Stay tuned as we break down these important local and global issues and discuss what needs to change for a better, more resilient Jamaica. Let's get into it. The Federal Appeals Court ruling to block President Donald Trump's attempt to end birthright citizenship has far-reaching implications for various groups, including Jamaicans. The decision is important in the broader context of immigration and citizenship rights, particularly for those born in the United States of America to non-citizen parents, including Jamaican nationals. Let's critically analyze its impact on Jamaicans. Jamaican immigrants, many of whom may be in the United States of America on temporary work or visitor visas, often plan to have children born in the United States of America for the potential advantages of American citizenship. The decision affirms their children's citizenship rights and prevents potential legal battles or fears that their offspring might be denied birthright citizenship. The ruling may provide some temporary relief for Jamaican immigrants, but the legal battle surrounding immigration laws is far from over, as Jamaican migrants already face significant challenges related to obtaining work visas, green cards, or asylum. Policies that question their children's citizenship status could create further barriers for long-term settlement in the United States of America. A child born to Jamaican immigrants who grows up in the United States of America has the potential to contribute to both the Jamaican community and the United States of America economy. The ruling ensures that this pathway to success remains intact for the children of immigrants, fostering a generation of United States of America-born Jamaicans who can help bridge the economic and cultural gap between both nations. Immigrant advocacy groups, including those from the Jamaican community, have consistently fought against restrictive immigration measures. The ruling strengthens the position of these groups in ongoing legal and political battles, reinforcing the constitutional protections that many immigrant communities hold dear. The fear of not being able to provide their children with United States of America citizenship or facing the prospect of an uncertain future can cause anxiety for Jamaican immigrants. The court's decision ensures that they are not caught in a legal limbo, reaffirming their rights and allowing them to plan for their family's future with a sense of stability. The ruling from the Ninth Circuit Court affirms a key aspect of the United States of America Constitution and has both immediate and long-term implications for Jamaican immigrants. It safeguards birthright citizenship, which is critical for the Jamaican community's children born in the United States of America, while offering some temporary relief against Trump's anti-immigrant agenda. However, this ruling also highlights the persistent tension over immigration policies, ensuring that the fight for equitable treatment of immigrants, including those from Jamaica, is far from over. Immigrant communities will need to stay vigilant as future policy battles continue to unfold. This statement made by Dr. Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, presents a defensive, politically charged response to criticisms levied against the government. The key themes involve a claim of progress on critical infrastructure and public welfare projects, while attacking the opposition for personal attacks and distracting from the government's efforts. Let's break it down and critically analyze its key elements. While it's possible that some critics focus on personal attacks, this statement risks oversimplifying the criticisms. In any political environment, criticism often involves a mix of policy-based challenges and personal criticisms, and both should be addressed substantively. By focusing on personal attacks, the government potentially avoids engaging with more serious policy critiques, like the efficacy, transparency, or sustainability of their initiatives. This type of statement suggests that the government might be using the accusation of personal attacks as a tactic to deflect from legitimate concerns or to silence dissent, rather than engaging with substantive criticisms. The framing of the opposition as entirely focused on rumors might be an oversimplification. While political opponents may indeed indulge in personal attacks, it is also possible that some of their concerns are rooted in legitimate policy questions, such as the effectiveness of development programs, transparency in governance, or the allocation of public resources. By dismissing these critiques as mere distractions, the government risks appearing unwilling to address genuine concerns. This is a rhetorical strategy aimed at controlling the narrative. By labeling criticism as rumors and character attacks, the government seeks to delegitimize the opposition's voice and avoid having to engage with the substance of their claims. It shifts the debate away from specific policies to a broader us versus them narrative. The school bus initiative, while positive, represents a relatively small piece of the broader development puzzle. Critics may question whether the school bus program addresses larger systemic issues within the education system, such as overcrowded classrooms, poor quality schools, or low teacher salaries. Furthermore, what is the true impact of such a policy in comparison to other needs, like healthcare, housing, or public safety? The government's focus on one initiative risks oversimplifying the complex challenges facing the country. The statement focuses on tangible development, which is important, but without clear metrics or evidence. It may be seen as a symbolic gesture rather than a solution to deeper-rooted problems. What is needed is not only the implementation of programs like the school bus initiative but also measurable outcomes, such as student attendance improvements, reduced dropout rates, or better access to education across rural communities. While demonstrating confidence is important for leadership, this statement risks alienating those who have legitimate concerns about the government's policies. The dismissive tone, noise, could be seen as patronizing, especially if people feel that their issues are being ignored or belittled. Instead of engaging in open dialogue, the government may appear uninterested in hearing feedback or making necessary adjustments to its approach. The message seeks to rally the government's base by painting the opposition as the enemy of progress, which can be effective in a polarized political environment. This type of rhetoric strengthens the narrative that the government is making positive strides while the opposition is only intent on causing disruption. While this could resonate with supporters who already believe in the government's vision, it may backfire with those who are more critical of the government's performance. People may feel that the government is using such rhetoric as an excuse to avoid serious scrutiny of its policies. The government must balance defending its record with being open to constructive criticism in order to foster trust and credibility. This statement is an effective defense of the government's initiatives, positioning them as a forward-thinking, results-oriented administration committed to tangible improvements in Jamaican society. However, it risks dismissing legitimate criticisms by framing them as mere distractions or personal attacks. To strengthen this message, the government would benefit from offering more specific evidence of the impact of its programs, demonstrating transparency in its achievements, and engaging constructively with the opposition. Otherwise, it may appear to be deflecting rather than addressing the real issues at hand. Would you say this approach could successfully strengthen public trust in the government? Or might it contribute to greater division? This statement by the National Water Commission, NWC, presents a challenge faced by the organization in addressing water scarcity in Jamaica, particularly in the Kingston and St. Andrew area. Let's critically analyze the statement, breaking down its key elements and implications. This is a concerning environmental issue, as it points to the contamination of natural water sources, which directly affects the ability to use these resources sustainably. The presence of nitrates suggests potential long-term environmental degradation, which could be exacerbated by poor agricultural practices, inadequate waste management, or industrial pollution. Nitrate contamination can lead to methemoglobinemia, blue baby syndrome, in infants and other serious health issues, which complicates the situation further. It raises the question of whether enough measures are being taken to prevent further contamination or remediate the current problem. The NWC's explanation raised questions about the urgency and effectiveness of their efforts to address these nitrate levels. Are there long-term mitigation strategies in place to address groundwater contamination? What measures are being taken to clean or purify the water? If drilling new wells isn't an option, if the reserves are vast but contaminated, what other avenues is the NWC exploring, such as water treatment or desalination? Drought significantly reduce the replenishment of groundwater and surface water sources, which further strains water systems. The fact that the NWC anticipates drought conditions continuing for several months until October implies that the water crisis may worsen before improving, requiring more urgent and strategic measures. The public is questioning NWC's preparedness for this prolonged drought. Should the NWC have had measures in place long before the drought became severe? Could there have been efforts to diversify water sources, such as through increased water conservation efforts or the implementation of alternative water management solutions, for example, rainwater harvesting, better wastewater treatment? This situation reveals broader issues regarding Jamaica's water management practices. It highlights the need for long-term planning in dealing with water scarcity and contamination. While addressing immediate concerns, such as the nitrate contamination, is essential, what is the government or NWC doing to develop more resilient water management strategies for the future? Are there investments in more sustainable methods, like desalination or water recycling, that could reduce reliance on groundwater sources? This statement from the NWC provides useful insight into the current challenges faced in addressing water scarcity in Jamaica, particularly the contamination of groundwater and the ongoing drought conditions. While the NWC's explanation is valid, there are significant concerns about long-term sustainability, the environmental causes of nitrate contamination, and the readiness of the NWC to address these issues comprehensively. For the Jamaican public, transparency, clear action plans, and strategic investments in water infrastructure will be key to ensuring the country navigates the current and future water crises effectively. Would you say the NWC is adequately addressing these concerns? Or is there a need for more comprehensive action from the government and other stakeholders? Furthermore, to solve nitrate contamination in underground spring water, a combination of preventive measures, in situ treatment, water filtration, and long-term management is required. While immediate actions can be taken to reduce nitrate levels in water through filtration and denitrification, sustainable practices in agriculture, wastewater management, and land use must be prioritized to prevent future contamination. Efforts to address nitrate pollution should be combined with public education, policy enforcement, and collaborative management to protect underground water sources and ensure safe, clean water for all. All right. That's it for today's discussion on Politics Watch JA. We've covered some pretty crucial topics, from the impact of the Ninth Circuit Court's ruling on birthright citizenship, to PM Andrew Holness' recent statement on government progress, and the ongoing water crisis in Jamaica. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share it with your family and friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We would love to know what you think. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you can stay updated with all the important issues we're tackling here. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged,